afraid to take. Building confidence is not about being perfect. It is about trusting yourself. It is about knowing that you bring value to the table. It is about reminding yourself that you are capable even when doubt tries to creep in. It is about walking into every situation with the mindset that you are supposed to be there. The more you act with confidence, the more opportunities will come your way. Stop waiting for permission to be great because nobody is going to hand you the life you want. Too many people sit around waiting for someone to validate them, to approve them, to tell them they are ready. They wait for the perfect conditions, the right timing, the ideal situation, but all that waiting is just an excuse. There is no right time. There is no one coming to give you permission. The only person who can decide when you start is you. People spend years holding themselves back because they are afraid of stepping out before someone tells them they are qualified. They think they need a title, a degree, or someone else's approval before they can go after what they want. But if you look at the most successful people, they did not wait for permission. They started before they felt ready. They moved forward even when they had doubts. They decided they were enough before anyone else did. The world is full of people with talent, people with ideas, people with dreams. But the ones who make it happen are the ones who stop waiting and start doing. They do not sit around wondering if they are good enough. They do not ask for validation from people who have never done what they are trying to do. They take action. They put themselves out there. They take risks. And because of that, they create opportunities instead of waiting for them. Nobody is going to tap you on the shoulder and say, it's your turn. You have to decide that for yourself. You have to be the one to say, I'm ready now. Even if you don't have all the answers, even if you are still learning, even if you are scared, the only way to grow into the person you need to be is to start moving now. Fear keeps people stuck. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of rejection. But the truth is, none of that matters as much as people think it does. Failing is part of the process. Being judged is part of the process. Rejection is part of the process. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is simple. Successful people don't let those things stop them. They keep going anyway. They learn, they adjust, they get better, but they do not wait. Waiting for permission is just a way to avoid responsibility. It is easier to blame a lack of opportunities, a lack of support, or a lack of resources than it is to take control and start moving forward with what you have. But the truth is, most people who have succeeded did not start with perfect conditions. They started with what they had, where they were, and they figured out the rest along the way. People respect action, they respect confidence, they respect those who step up and make things happen. If you are waiting for someone to tell you that you are good enough, you will be waiting forever. But the moment you start acting like you belong, like you deserve to be in the room, like you are ready, people will start to believe it too. Everything you want is on the other side of action. The moment you stop hesitating, stop second guessing, stop looking for permission, you will realize that you were capable all along. The only thing standing between you and your goals is your willingness to take. Your mindset shapes your reality because the way you think determines the way you act, and the way you act determines the results you get. People who win in life don't just have talent or resources, they have the mindset that allows them to use whatever they have to succeed. They think differently. They see possibilities where others see problems. They find solutions instead of excuses. They believe in themselves even when the odds are stacked against them. Your thoughts create the world you live in. If you think small, you live small. If you think big, you open yourself up to big opportunities. Most people don't fail because they aren't capable. They fail because they don't believe they are capable. They let doubt control them. They let negative thoughts keep them from taking action. They tell themselves they aren't smart enough, talented enough, or lucky enough. And because they think that way, they act that way. They hesitate. They second guess themselves. They don't give their best effort. Because deep down, they don't think it will matter. And when they don't see results, it just confirms what they already believed. That's how people get stuck. That's how people settle for less than they deserve. The way you see yourself matters. If you see yourself as a winner, you act like one. You make decisions like one. You carry yourself like one. People respond to that energy. They see someone who believes in themselves and they start to believe in you too. But if you see yourself as someone who always struggles, always falls short, always gets the short end of the stick, then that's exactly the kind of life you will create. Not because you aren't capable, but because you never allowed yourself to believe that you were. Your mindset controls how you handle challenges. Some people see obstacles as signs to quit, while others see them as opportunities to grow. The only difference is mindset. One person sees failure as proof that they should stop, while another sees failure as feedback that helps them improve. One person complains about what's not working, while another focuses on finding a way forward. Two people can face the same problem, but their mindsets will determine the outcome. Everything you want is on the other side of your thinking. If you believe you can do something, you will put in the effort to make it happen. You will stay committed. You will push through setbacks. You will find a way. But if you don't believe, you won't even try. Or if you do try, you won't give it your all because in the back of your mind, you're already expecting to fail. That's why so many people never reach their potential. It's not their skills that hold them back, it's their mindset. A strong mindset separates the successful from everyone else. Life will always have challenges. There will always be setbacks, rejections, failures, and disappointments. But the people who win are the ones who don't let those things stop them. They expect challenges, and instead of letting them become excuses, they use them as fuel. They train their minds to stay focused on the goal no matter what happens. They don't waste time feeling sorry for themselves or blaming other people. They take full responsibility for their success, and because of that, they keep moving forward when others stop. You have to train your mind the same way you train your body. Just like working out makes you physically stronger, working on your mindset makes you mentally stronger. You have to be intentional about what you think, what you focus on, and what you tell yourself. You can't let negative thoughts run your life. You can't let fear make your decisions. You can't let doubt keep you from taking action. Every time you catch yourself thinking small, you have to shift your perspective. You have to remind yourself that you are capable, that you are worthy, that you are strong enough to handle whatever comes your way. Your mindset determines how high you go. The people who accomplish great things didn't get there by accident. They trained themselves to think differently. They refused to accept limitations. They stayed focused on the vision even when things weren't going their way. They believed in their ability to figure things out. That's the kind of mindset that leads to success. The kind of mindset that allows you to turn obstacles into opportunities, failures into lessons, and dreams into reality.